Good morning, all of you. Today we will do sports section C. In the last class, we did section A and B. Today we will be doing section C. That is the Olympic Games. Are you ready with your books? I would like one of you to read this. In the previous section, we have learned about Special Olympic as well as sportsmanship. In this section, let us read about the biggest event in the world of sports, the Olympic Games. Yes, who would like to read? You can raise your hand.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes,
वो बोले थे जब
Garima, read.
Yes. The
Yes,
the
Olympic Games
Olympic Games.
Garima,
According to
read. Garima, read.
tradition,
in Greece. Many the according to tradition, the games began in many Greek tribes and cities used to organize religious festivals every 4 years to please their gods. Athletics formed an important part of these festivals. Over a Olympic Games which honored Zeus, the king of the gods, became the most important athletic event. The first recorded contest took place in the Stadium of Olympia in 776 BC. At first, the games occupied only one day and consisted of a single event, a foot race of about 180 meters. Later, they were extended to 5 days and more events were included in them. The pentathlon consisted of three events: the long jump, discus throw, javelin throw, a sprint, and wrestling was added to the competition in 708 BC. Boxing became a part of the games in 688 BC, and the four-horse chariot race was added in 690 BC. For many years, the Olympics were meant exclusively for male contestants and male spectators. The Olympics were
Okay,
held
stop.
every 4 years.
Okay, stop. Now, Janvi, please read.
Yes, ma'am. The Olympics were held every 4 years. The 4 year period between two successive Olympic Games was called an Olympiad. The Olympics were essentially a religious affair traveling to and from Olympia. To the Greeks, it was important to win well, and any unfair practice was punished by a fine. Gradually, the
Gradually, the
game
game.
strictly in 100 BC when the Romans conquered Greece and the contests become interested only in the winning money. Finally, in AD 393, the Olympic Games were abolished by Emperor
Theo-
Thenodius
Theodosius, because of
because
the decline in their quality. Because of the decline in their quality. Yes, no Olympics
had destroyed the stadium.
of Olympia.
An earthquake destroyed the stadium of Olympia in AD 500, and a landslide later buried the ruins beneath about 20 feet of soil. Happily,
Yes.
the
The memory and the ideals, the memory and the ideals. Okay, Pavni, please continue.
ideals Olymp
Happily, the memory. Pavni, please continue.
discovered the ruins of the Olympia complex. Don't educate the idea of using a modern international Olympic. Covered Nelson's character.
Okay. Next,
He
Ayush,
also national
Ayush
competition.
Patel, please read.
collaborate with others with international stakes on scope. This, the group agreed to organize the games and form the International Olympic Committee. 2 years later, that is in 1896, the first modern Olympic Games took place with great glamour in Athens.
Greece,
And stadium
in
which
the
used
Panathenaic
by the Greek in
Stadium,
marble in 2000 years old ruin with a capacity of 50,000 seats. Women
spectator,
first women first competed in the modern Olympics in 1990.
1900. Okay. When did the woman first compete in the games? When did the
In
woman first compete?
1900.
1900.
1900.
1900.
Who, who can tell me the difference between a spectator and audience? Here it's written 70,000 spectators. What is the difference between a spectator and an audience?
Okay.
Yes, who would like to say? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Yes?
can I?
Yes, Abhinav?
Ma'am, spectators means the person which are seen the both side of players, but they cannot cheer for anyone. But they, in an audience, they can cheer for anyone. Anyone
Yes. Actually, the audience,
who play.
they, yes. So, women first competed in the modern Olympics in 1900. When you go to watch a movie, you are an audience. But when you go to watch a match, then you are a spectator. Yes? Now the Olympic Games, Divya Raj, read. Divya Raj, read,
Olympic Games
consist of
Olympic Games consist of summer games and the winter games. The summer games are held in a major city, whereas the winter are held in a winter resort. Both the last 16
both the games.
days have normally been held every 4 years, with both the summer games and the winter games taking place the same year. Beginning with 1994, the summer game winter scheduled to occur on 4 year cycles to apart. For example, the summer games were scheduled for
Scheduled
1992
for
and the
1996.
winter games for 1992.
Okay, I would like to explain this. The Olympic Games consist of the
Combined
summer
with
games
athletic
and the... Okay, stop. The Olympic Games consist of the summer games and the winter games. Summer games are held in major cities, whereas the winter games are held in winter resort. Naturally, the winter games cannot be held in the city, so they are held in winter resort. Both the games last for 16 days. The duration of the game is 16 days. The Olympics have normally been held every 4 years, with both the summer games and the winter games taking place the same year, beginning with 1994. The summer games and the winter games were scheduled to occur on 4 year cycles, 2 years apart. That means in 4 years, 2 years apart, they would take place. Suppose, for example, the summer games were scheduled for 1996, then and 2000, and the winter games will be 1998. That means after 96, 98 winter game. Then 2000, after 2000, 2002. That means after 2 years, one summer game, and after 2 years winter games. Again summer games, then again after 2 years winter game. Like this it was used to take place. Okay, Akansha, read.
Colorful ceremonies combine and with
Combine
competition to create the special feeling of
feeling of excitement.
surrounds the Olympics. Open most colorful pageants to be seen anywhere. Greek athletes are the first to step into the stadium in honor of the original Olympics held in the with the spelling of the name of their nation in the language of the host country. The athletes of the host country, the head of the state of the host country declares the game open. The Olympic
Okay,
flag is
stop,
raised,
stop,
trumps play, and canoes salute.
stop. Now, colorful ceremonies combined with athletic competitions to create the special feeling of excitement that surrounds the Olympics. The opening ceremony is one of the most colorful pageants. Pageants are the splendid show. You must have seen Olympic Games or opening of the Asian Games or these type of games. So they have a very splendid show there also to be seen anywhere. Greek athletes are the first to march into the stadium in honor of the original Olympic held in ancient Greece. Because it started from Greece, so the Greeks are the first one to enter the stadium. Other athletes follow in alphabetical order. Greeks are the first one, and after that the alphabetical order is followed. Suppose the country is with A, they will enter, then B, C, like this. Alphabetical order determined by the spelling of the name of their nation in the language of the host country. The athletes of the host country enter the stadium last, and whichever country is the host, that will enter the stadium last. Okay, now Aditya, please read.
The head of the state of the host country declares the games open. Olympic flag is raised, trumpets play, cannon boom in salute. Hundreds of doves are released into the air as a symbol of peace.
Okay, 1 minute. The head of the
The
state
most
of
dramatic
the host
moment of the
country.
opening
1
ceremony.
minute, please, Aditya. The head of the state of the host country. That means whoever is the head. Like in our country, who is the head of the state?
Prime
Ma'am,
Yes.
Minister,
Who is the head?
Kovind.
Ramnath Kovind. Ma'am Nitish.
Yes.
The president is the head.
Of the state. Yes. So the head of the state of the host country declares the game open. What happens after that? The Olympic flag is raised. Then trumpets play. Trumpet क्या होता है? आपने देखा है trumpets क्या होता है?
शहनाई.
शहनाई टाइप की ही होती है. It is not actually शहनाई. It is like a शहनाई only. Yes. And the cannons boom. Cannons क्या होते हैं? तोप.
Guns. तो.
Guns. तोप. Yes. And hundreds of ducks, that the birds, are released into the air as a symbol of peace. White birds, dove are white bird, and they are released into the sky, which is a symbol of peace. White color is the symbol of peace, and that is why they are flown in the air. So they are released. Now, Aditya, please continue.
The most dramatic moment of the opening ceremony is the lighting of the Olympic flame. The altar of the Olympic flame is in Olympia, Greece. Lit with the convergent sunlight onto a metal slab at the altar in the temple of Hera 4 weeks before the start of the game. This process is a ritual that includes the prayer of Apollo, the sun god. The high priest enters the stadium holding the lit torch, which he hands to the first runner in order to start its journey across the countries. The thousands of runners take part in the journey. They represent an east that lies between Greece and plains and seas. Travel the torch across mountains and seas. Runner carries the torch into the stadium. circles the track and lights the Olympic flame. The flames kept burning until the end of the games. Custom started in 1936.
Okay. Now, what happens? The most dramatic moment of the opening ceremony is the lighting of the Olympic flame. Olympic flame is lighted and see how it is lighted. The altar of the Olympic flame is in Olympia, Greece. That means it is in Greece. The flame is lighted with the convergence of sunlight onto a metal reflector at the altar in the temple of Hera 4 weeks before the start of the game. Now, with the help of the sunlight, they light this fire. This process is a part of the ritual that includes the prayer to Apollo, the sun god. Now, Greek people, they believe in all this. The high priestess enter the stadium holding the lit torch, which she hands over to the first runner in order to start its journey across the countries. Thousands of runners take part in the journey. That means this torch is passed on to the different runners. First, the high priestess, she enters the stadium and hands over the torch to the first runner to start the journey, and later on the second runner hands it over to the third one, then the fourth one, like this. Thousands of runners take part in the journey. They represent Greece and each country that lies between Greece and the host nation. All the countries which lie between Greece and host nation, it is passed on. Planes and ship transport, that means it is either transported by the plane or by the ship. The torch across the mountains and the seas. The final runner carries the torch into the stadium, circles the track and lights the Olympic flame. And the final runner is the one where the host country is. And he takes the torch and lights the Olympic flame. The flame is kept burning until the end of the game. That means for 16 days, the flame is kept burning. And this custom started in 1936. Now, at the opening ceremony, the word the Baron, Parry, or the Coubertin are displayed on the scoreboard. The important thing in the Olympic Games is not winning, but taking part. The essential thing in life is not conquering, but fighting well. This is a very nice saying. So, the Olympic symbol consists of 5 interlocking rings. Now, see what is the meaning of these 5 rings. Consist of 5 interlocking rings. एक दूसरे में बंधे हुए हैं. That represent the continents of Africa, Asia, Australia, Europe, and North and South America. The rings are black, blue, green, red, and yellow. The flag of every nation competing in the games has at least one of these colors. The Olympic motto is Situs Altus Fortis, that is faster, higher, and stronger. Now, children, you will be doing the exercises yourself because you should be able to understand and do the exercise. So, for homework, you will do the exercise. In the meantime, let's read this D section. A swimmer's glory. It's a very interesting story of a swimmer. Shrija, please read.
A swimmer's glory. Michael Swenson loved to swim. In
Swenson.
fact, every night after school, he would go to the community pool and swim lap after lap just for enjoyment. As time went on, Michael reached the age when he really needed some attention and recognition. And how do we get recognition? Usually by doing something we are good at. In Michael's case, he decided to enter a swimming race. Ironically, the following day an advertisement appeared in a newspaper announcing a local meet. Michael entered and continued to practice. It was a 10-mile race across a lake. With only 4 weeks to prepare, Michael intensified his workouts.
Race day. Yes, keep reading. There is nothing to explain. It is a story. Race day.
Hundreds of contestants had entered. On top of this pressure, thousands of people showed up to cheer for their favorite contender. Instructions were given, the swimmers were lined up, and the gun went off to start the race. Michael's preparation and hard work paid off. At the 5 mile, he had a commanding lead, but fatigue struck, and fatigue makes coward of us all. Negative thoughts began flooding Michael's head. What am I trying to prove? I can't make it. Michael rationalized. I'll quit now, but learn from this so I can win next time. As Michael slowed down, the second place swimmer started to make his move. He swam to within 100 yards of Michael at the 8 mile mark, but Michael fought back. His second wind kicked in, and he was able to put the negative thoughts aside and push himself to greatness. He decided that he wanted this victory, this glory. At the 9 mile mark, the second place swimmer was now only 30 yards behind him. Michael knew it and pushed himself even harder. With only 5 yards to go, the second place contestant passed Michael and won the race. Both swimmers collapsed and lay in the sand, gasping for breath. Then something interesting happened. All the spectators congratulated the winner for his excellence, but immediately turned their attention to Michael. Why? He wondered. After all, he had not won. A lady passing by who did not see the race and could not see the contestants was also confused. She tapped the man on the shoulder and asked, "Why are they making such a big deal of this guy? He didn't win." The man turned to her and replied, "Because Michael would have easily won had he had 2 arms."
Okay, so what is this story? That he did not have one arm. Arm means the hand, and you cannot do swimming without both the hands. So, even though he did not win, people were cheering him because he had only one arm, and with that, he was unable to get the first position. So, this is a story. Now, children, this simple way to learn good sportsmanship, this is also very important. Shrija, I would like you to read this also.
Ma'am, can I read?
Can be.
Ma'am, can I
Who
read?
wants to read?
Ma'am,
Who wants to
Anvesha.
read? Anvesha?
Namaditya.
Okay, yes. You can. Anvesha,
Ma'am,
read.
Anupriya.
Simple
Actually,
ways
let
to learn
Anvesha
good
read.
sport. Simple ways to learn good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship can be thought of as playing fair, showing courtesy to other players, and displaying grace. No
Showing,
matter what the
showing courtesy to others.
showing courtesy to other
Children, what is courtesy?
players
One
and
minute.
displaying
What is
grace.
the meaning of courtesy?
Ma'am,
Yes.
manners.
Yes, good manners. Good manners. Showing courtesy. You are courteous. If I am standing next to you and there is a chair, you will always offer the chair to your teacher. You will say, "Ma'am, please sit down." That is courtesy. You will wish the person. That is courtesy. So, showing courtesy to other players and displaying grace, no matter what the outcome of the game is. You have to be courteous if you are a sportsman. Yes, continue.
No matter what the outcome of the game is. To promote or learn sportsmanship, first, encourage fair play and follow the rules. Losing can be difficult, but people who keep their heads up and congratulate their opponents would probably work harder the next time around. Second, try to have fun and enjoy the game whether you lose or win. Third, respect all players and use appropriate language. Never use foul language. Fourth, encourage teammates even if they have lost a point or dropped a catch. Rude or negative body language should be avoided. Fifth, expect the umpire's decision even though you may not be completely satisfied with it. Never question an umpire's honesty. Sixth, and lastly, a good sportsman understand that on a different day his team might be the one offering congratulations to the winners. After all,
Each game is a new game.
Okay. So with this, the chapter is complete. Uh, I would like to explain little bit of this. To promote or learn sportsmanship, encourage fair play. What do you mean by fair play? Fairness means
Honest.
honesty.
Being
Yes,
honest.
honest play. Being honest, that means fair. You are fair with in your dealings means you are honest. Encourage fair play and follow the rules. Losing can be difficult, but people who keep their heads up and congratulate their opponents will probably work harder the next time around. Even if you lose the game, you have to congratulate the opponent because they have won. You have to wish them. Now, next one is try to have fun and enjoy the game, whether you lose or you win. Now, you have to be enjoy it. Don't be say that you have lost the game, so you did not enjoy. Then respect all players and use appropriate language. Your language should always be good and appropriate, and you have to respect all the players. Encourage teammates even if they lost a point or dropped the catch. Now, if you are the captain of the game and your teammate has dropped any catch or anything, you don't have to discourage that person. You have to encourage. Rude and negative body language should be avoided. You have children, these things you have to remember while you are playing any game. Accept the umpire's decision even though you may not be completely satisfied with it. Never question an umpire's honesty. So, umpire's decision is final, and that is why you cannot question his honesty also. Whatever decision the umpire will give, that everyone has to follow. That is why they are made the umpire. And lastly, a good sportsman understands that on a different day, his team might be the one offering congratulations to the winner. After all, each game is a new game. Now, children, with this, this chapter is complete. In the next class, I'll start with tolerance. And after completing tolerance, we'll start with the revision work. Now, Shrija, do you have that topic with you?
Yes, ma'am.
I asked you to bring, I think you have not seen the message. Anyway,
Ma'am, I saw it.
You saw? Do you have the topic? Now, children, those topics which are given in your marking scheme, which you must have got with your books. Do you have the marking scheme? Marking scheme, anyone is having? No?
Ma'am, ma'am, I
Now the
had
topics.
whole question paper and of English. Ma'am, there it was written everything about the marking scheme.
Yes, that is what I'm asking you. Topics which are mentioned there, can you read out all the topics? 4 topics I asked you in the first semester to write it. Now the next 4 topics I want those. Yes. Read out the topic, Shrija.
Ma'am, the phone is not with me right now. Ma'am, the phone is with ma'am.
Okay.
I will send you later on. Ma'am, in the evening, I'll send you.
Okay. Now, children, one topic will come with sports. Importance of sports. Now, this topic, although any question from this book does not come, but when you are doing any topic, anything can come from that writing section. Now, one topic which comes from this chapter is importance of sports. Can anyone tell me what is the importance of sports in our life? Why is sports important? Why should you play? What are the benefits of sports? Yes?
Ma'am, it has character development.
Sport keeps healthy and fit.
Ma'am, it helps in character development.
Okay, character development. Yes. Then
Ma'am,
what
it
else?
helps
What
in
second
Ma'am,
mental
it,
development
Ma'am, it
and keep
enhances
us fit and healthy.
ma'am, it keeps us healthy.
Yes, self-confidence.
Helping.
Quickly,
Ma'am,
children, we are running out of time.
ma'am, it makes us lively and more confident.
Yes,
It helps in strengthening the immune system,
yes, you become, you become
maintain-
healthy when you play games.
maintaining
Yes, it strengthens your immune
physical
system.
coordination,
It reduces our pressure.
improving
Children, just like you study for your mental health, same way you play games for your physical health. Physical health also is important, not only mental health. So, mental health you can improve by studying, and physical health you can improve by playing games. Yes, then what else? You
Ma'am,
learn,
sports teach teamwork and problem solving skills.
yes, problem solving skills also you learn while playing sports.
It reduces
Then
our
what else?
pressure and ma'am, it reduces our pressure and stress.
Yes, you feel, yes, for enjoyment.
There are many physical health benefits of sports.
Yes, good. What else? What else?
Ma'am, sports help us to increase our reflexes.
Yes, it makes you disciplined. It teaches
Ma'am,
you
it
how,
helps in our growth and development.
yes, for the growth and development. Then perseverance,
Ma'am,
self-control,
ma'am,
self-control also. You, fairness,
Ma'am, it
learn
makes us
fairness.
active. Ma'am, it makes us
It makes you fit and active. Then you learn to be honest.
ma'am, it increases the lung capacity.
fun
Ma'am,
and
Yes,
ma'am, it stimulates the growth process.
yes, yes, very good.
ma'am, sports teach us discipline, which is very useful in practical life.
Yes, very good.
Ma'am, it helps in
Okay,
efficient
so you
elimination of
will,
toxins from the body.
yes, children, now time is over. So I would give you the homework. You should always see the snap homework. I see very few students see the snap homework. This is not good thing. You should always check the snap homework also. Okay? In the snap homework, I will give you the topics which you have to write. And these topics are very important for the writing section. In your examination, in the writing section, you will get these topics only. So I will give it to you in the snap homework. You check the snap homework and do it. Okay? So see you in the next class with the same reader book. We will be doing tolerance. Okay, goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am.